Hey y'all, episode 2 of what is James backing now? That's, that's kind of the thing, right? Like I back a lot of Kickstarters and you guys like to come in and make fun of me on the channel. That's fine. I don't mind that you guys make fun of me. You'll notice that I'm wearing a hoodie today and my headphones because it is no degrees in this office. I think the air conditioner is broke, and it is broke in the wide open, fully on mode. It is so cold. Melissa, it would probably be easier to ask, what is James not backing? So that's just the way that is. Yes, Derek, I am cold. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump in because we've got some ground to cover today. I have 7 campaigns that I am eyeballing today. Today was another strong Tuesday, strong Kickstarter Tuesday. I don't even want to talk about next week. Obviously, I'm launching my campaign for Title Blades, but I won't be doing this show next week because I will be in the middle of that train wreck. So let's look at. Would you rather we didn't make fun of you, Bebo? No, because if my friends make fun of me to my face, that's how I know we're actually friends. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys say good things about me behind my back. I think it's a meme. Anyway, I wanted to start with KickTrack. It is one of the tools that I use to kind of like keep up with the trends. And you can come over here into the categories and you can get down here, and tabletop has its own category. It tracks everything. Obviously, you can dig into some other stuff if you're interested in other things. But so here today we can see kind of what's trending upwards. And a couple of these definitely made my list. So if you come over, I want to go to number 1, Town Builder by, Kovorden. I'm going to say it's Kovorden. Like, making James pronounce funny things is good times. More fun making. First Fish did, Get Off My Lawn. Oh, I hadn't followed them. Let me click on that. Get Off My Land. I love that. It just makes me get off my lawn, you bunch of kids. That game was very enjoyable. And so this one definitely looks like some lovely, come on, get to the stuff, noble families. Okay, so I'm already, videos just need to get to it, man. Don't show us your logo for 10 seconds. We don't care, just being honest. I have actually seen a little bit of this at Origins because Stephanie and Oscar were out there and I saw the game. I didn't get to play it, but I did see it. And I saw a bunch of people talking very good things about it. So this is a nice Euro-y game that typically doesn't do a ton. Let's just talk about for a second on Kickstarter lately. It's either miniatures or really, really heavy, big Euros. And so I'm interested to see how this one does. It's off to a good start. Obviously, they want to get funded today. So if you're watching this and this looks like something you want to do, even if you just go throw a buck at it, right? Like that's a great way to support a campaign, even if you're not sure. Then you get all the updates. I do that a lot. Especially to see like what gets unlocked through the campaign to see if the value is going to be there at the end. Then I pay attention to the updates as they come. So retailer pledge, base pledge. So our base pledge is only $15. That's nice. But it looks like most people are going for the deluxe at 30. We'll get a playmat for only 20 more bucks. Only 15 more dollars. I was looking at that Canadian dollar. Yay, go US dollar. Makes that money go further. So that I'm digging that. I'm digging that value there already. I like the art. This looks like a nice tableau building type of game. So that typically piques my interest. I like those type of games. And then from knowing Stephanie and Oscar and just generally seeing Get Off My Land, I know that I'm probably going to be about their game. Take a card as a foundation. Take a card as a resource. Ooh, multi-use cards. Yes, baby. Once you meet the resource requirements, discard the resource to complete your building. Dig it. Take a card as gold. First of all, these are great. This is a great, I'm learning the game very quickly as I scroll down. Take a card as gold and store it behind your reference card to use later. Oh, yeah. Discard your stored card to take a foundation with a gold requirement. Some cards can form powerful synergies within your tableau. I love tableau building card games. This London is one of my favorite games. I think that's Martin Wallace, right? Love that game. So this kind of starting to kind of a little feel like that. Ooh, look at those stretch goals. I definitely want to help. I want those Kickstarter exclusives. Disclaimer, the deluxe version of Town Builder, Warden. You guys can tell me if I'm saying this wrong. I'm sure I am. I'm going to come back over here so I can see what you're saying. You're making fun of me. Will not be available through retail, but First Fish Games reserves the right to sell and distribute extra Kickstarter exclusive promo cards and deluxe versions of Town Builder at events and conventions. That is a great way to do it. I did that for Sorcerer City, and I think that is a very fair way to give Kickstarter backers something up front, but then also still make it accessible to people who come along and find the game later. Because there's nothing worse. I'm always going to talk about Blood Rage. I found it late in the game, and then all of those extra minis and extra gods and everything were $1 million on eBay, and that was the worst. Okay, so I'm totally going to be in for this one. I think that value is there. What does our shipping look like? Shipping is going to be charged through Pledge Manager. Wait, let's go check. Let's make sure they did their homework, because this is important. If that number is lots of reviews, like to see that. Shipping, $8 or $13 for the deluxe, because it's got a playmat. So playmats, I've seen people complain about the price of shipping a playmat. They have to be in their own box, and so there's no way to really do the shipping for a playmat in an affordable way. It's got to have its own box. It's got to be shipped separately, unless you guys want them to fold it up and cram it in the box, which nobody wants. So I'm in there. Next up, this one. Oh, I need to follow them too. Keymaster. This is an easy one. Everything that the team at Keymaster does is gorgeous. I already have Campy Creatures, the base. This is already funded this morning. Already almost approaching 1,000 backers. Everything that they do has love and care to it. You can see it. And I really enjoyed Campy Creatures. It's a game that's a lot of fun. And so I'm looking to any additional content. So let's check our pricing. You guys can get in for $1. The expansion is $13, or we can get Campy Creatures Second Edition. I need to go. I'll have to go back in here and see what they changed from the first edition to the second edition to see if that's something that. Hey, right there. Look at that. They knew I was going to ask. You probably asked for more replayability. So we've refined how the Mortal deck gets built, allowing for new deck variants, added an additional Mortal card, the Assistant, and added the location mechanic. We've also improved the game layout and redesigned the rulebook. It will also feature a larger Clashometer, providing room for more for both the Clash tokens and location cards, all in a bigger box that will fit the base and future expansions. So, looks like I'm going to be giving away my first edition to somebody else, because I'm probably going to want that. I really enjoy this game. This is a game that I would definitely want. They're doing a great job of launching this right now during the month of October, when our minds are on Halloween, because look at that. This game's gorgeous. You should back this based off art alone. So I'm in on that for sure. Full pledge. Wardens. I know nothing about this game, but I have seen some pre-marketing. This is their first created, so I don't have any other campaigns to base this off of. So initially, I'm just going to come in here and give it a very quick look on the video. Does it look professional? Do I learn anything about the game? It looks like I do. Oh, it's Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Man, when I try to spell Cthulhu, you guys should see myself. It's just ridiculous. So this is a 1 to 4 player, so we can play it solo. 1 to 2 hour situation. We take the role of Cthulhu or play as the Wardens team. Unique strategy, mind reading mechanics. Sweet. What is our core box? $89. This is a big one. This is a big game. 124 miniatures. Okay, cool. There's a collector's edition. It's 118. And it looks like they had a Become a Warden, which was a $500 situation. They only had 1 backer. Okay. I don't know what that is, but cool. Doesn't apply to me. Okay, board looks cool. I like the art. That is a big Cthulhu miniature, 81 millimeters. That's cool. Millimeters. Y'all can quote that. I'm sure that'll be made fun of. 38 millimeters on the 3 Wardens. I like that art. That is cool. I like how it has some sort of, that's like a mean looking Cheshire cat and a monkey. What's this guy? He's got a snake. They all have animal pet things. Forley Cthulhu minion miniatures. Okay, all right. 75 army vehicle miniatures. Cool. Outposts. Crazy looking battle tokens. Custom dice. I'm in. So in. 4-player boards. Looks cool. 76 cards. Okay, so the components looks good. The collector edition, what is the difference? Everything in the core box plus all like stretch goals and a brass plated metal Cthulhu at 102 mil. What? I don't care about bags that much or the booklet. Your name in the game, don't care about that either. But that is pretty freaking cool right there. So what is our price difference? I can't do math. What was it? 118 to 89. So you're talking $30. I'm inclined to investigate that for 30 more bucks. So now for a game like this, this is where I'm going to need to watch some play. I'm going to need to read how the game plays out a little bit more, dive into the rule book a little bit, because typically a lot of games I'll just get if they're 30, 40 bucks. I don't put necessarily a ton of research into, like you saw with Town Builder. I have some previous knowledge of the company. The game looks good. The general mechanics look like something I'll enjoy. Sweet, I want to support. This is a bigger investment, and I already have games similar to this, so I need to see what they're doing different. So I'm going to probably dig into this one. Sweet, we've got an overview video, which is great and fantastic. Previews. What a board game Wardens, an exciting strategy game with beautiful theme and artwork. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat until the very end. I didn't really tell us anything other than it's hype, which is fine. They didn't say it sucked, so that's good. And Tori has a video there, so that's awesome. Bored to death. Let's see. Gosh, got some. Okay, so it looks like we've got plenty of previews here. That's great. So I can watch those. I'm typically a watcher of previews before I read the rule book. So that's all I need to know. So I'm very interested in this. This is going to get a $1 follow it back for now, and then I'm going to research it more, and we'll see if it makes the cut. Now the next two that I want to talk about are campaigns that I did not catch last week that caught my eye since then. And so the Stonebound Saga from Sky Kingdom Games, I'm not following them either. How am I not following some of these people? Visions of Telios? Yeah. Me pronouncing words so bad. This is a game that builds on Stonebound Saga. It is obviously an expansion to that. And I just can't get over how gorgeous the artwork in this game is. Like, look at that. I just want to eat it up. So pretty. So I'm probably in on this just because, again, Eric is a big time supporter in the community. Obviously, he's the rules girl to talk about both of these campaigns. So you know you're going to get a nice, concise, quick explanation of the rules. And yeah, I'm pretty much going to back this just on art alone. But let me go back and check the specs on this. We are looking at, I've already backed it for $1 to follow along. And we can put in $30 to get the game, or we can get 60 for Stonebound if we didn't get that the first time through, or you can do 90 and get both. That makes sense. That math adds up. What is this? All-in bundle for returning backers and Stonebound Premium Edition bundle. So we've got a big one. What is everybody backing here? We've got, looks like we're spread out. Oh, there's the main one. So most people are coming in and just grabbing the expansion. But it looks like if you missed out on the initial, you've got a all-in premium setup that has everything you could possibly need, and a neoprene mat. There's the big difference. 2 custom deck holders by the broken token. Those are some sweet upgrades right there. So again, I need to watch this. I think that's why I also backed it for $1. I want to watch and see, you know, what did the expansion add. Typically with an expansion, I like to see. I use the example of Skullport for Lords of Waterdeep as my kind of my litmus test, because it totally changed the game in a very good way. It helped bring out all the mechanics that you like in the game and made them more interesting. Because when you play just the base game, you typically go, man, I wish I don't have any interesting places that I want to go right now, especially if you're a couple turns in. Whereas Skullport's like, man, there is some sick stuff up there, but I got to pick up a skull or two to go up there, which has that negative effect, which really, for me, just made that game way more interesting. So I like to look at expansions and see if they do the same thing. That's one of the reasons why we're taking our time on the Grim Forest to make the expansion for that game, because A, we know people want that 5th player, 6th player, if we can somehow work a 6th player in. But for the most part, we want to make sure we don't want to just add a mechanic so that you can have another player. We want to add to the game. We have ideas to add to the game. And so that's what I look for in expansions. And so that's what I will be coming back to this and digging into the rule set of the expansion, see how it expands the game. Towers of Arkhanos. I'm just guessing at the pronunciation. So this one just funded, and it's first-time creator Daniel Avis. So I come in on this one full pledge because it's a game that I like. I like dice drafting. I like this mechanic. This looks really neat. How we're stacking stuff up and building these towers. Alves. I'm gonna probably get his name wrong. I love wizards and all things wizards. So I am the opposite of Christina from Blue Peg Pink Peg, where she hates wizards. I love wizards. Like, give me all the Merlin, give me all the Gandalf, just bring it to me. I love it. So this game is, first of all, it's gorgeous looking, and dice is a yes, in this unique mechanic of drafting. I watched Rado do a little run through on this, and he talked about it being a lighter entry level game. So I'm always looking for those type of games because I have a 9-year-old and a wife who's not a main board gamer. So these types of games in this weight get played a lot at my house, which means more. I do love my feudums, but these games just get played more. I've played Azul 250 times just because Parker loves it and we play it all the time. So yeah, this is one I think you should check out. It just funded, but I would like to see some more stretch goals. And that's just me being selfish. Queen Bee, know nothing about this game. Right now is at $2,100 of a $22,000 goal. And it is, look, it's available on Kickstarter. Who knew? Looks like we've got a nice quality video going here. Ooh. So, about Queen Bee, rays of sunlight have just come over the horizon, are now hitting the dew on the flower petals. As the sun rises, the great Queen Bee awakens from her slumber and sends her most loyal worker out of the hive to go and retrieve the first bit of morning pollen. Unexpectedly, the worker bee returns to the queen's nest to inform the queen that there are other mysterious bees taking over their field. Furiously, the queen bee storms out of her nest, and all of her subjects look out of the hive to the field below. Upon seeing the chaos, the queen bee tells her colony to prepare for battle. It's going to be a long day, and there can only be one queen bee. Normally, I don't like that much of an introduction. I just want to get right into the game and show me what I'm getting. 2 to 6 players, 30 to 90 minutes. That's a big window. Ages 13 plus. The art tells me this is for younger players than 13. 2 custom board game boards, 4 players, 6 player. Okay, cool. So it looks like we're going to be doing some area control. Oh, I see that Game Trays logo. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I do like those miniatures. Those are cool looking. Meet the bees. We got a warrior bee, worker bee, queen bee. Cool. Cards. Need those. They do stuff. The dice. Those are cool looking dice. Black and yellow is just a nice color combination. Rules overview. How to play. Let's see what this looks like. Did they get somebody that... Last queen bee remaining. Okay, cool. That looks like it's well done, so I'll be checking that out. Each player's turn consists of 3 steps. Attack procedure. Okay, testimonials. Board Game Geek, Board Game Geek. No previews? Oh, I need a preview, kids. I need a preview. Dang it. Did they not get a preview? I want to see somebody. My boy Harry Berto, he did our 3D sculpts for Grim Forest, and I've worked with him on Guardian's Call, and he's helping us with Tidal Blades, little game you may have heard of. Oh, look at that family. They're so cute. This definitely makes me want to support your game. I'm not even going to lie. I love supporting people that are trying to do their thing. That's why I'm here. Okay, so the only red flag is I don't have a third-party preview. Someone else playing it. I mean, we've got testimonials here from playtesters and convention attendees. Not the worst, but not exactly what I would want there. So I'm going to need, maybe they've got something coming in there. This is going to be a game I'm going to need to research some more. I'm going to probably give this one a buck and dive into the rules and watch that how to play from them. But what is our cost here? A 4-player box is $40. The early B, oh look, there's still 38 of those left if you guys want that. Or no, 62, can't math. 49 bucks on the 6-player box. Does not include shipping, so we've got to add shipping to anything that we get. So let's go look. So we're at 49, and what are we showing for shipping? For shipping, we are showing, these images are really big, a lot of scrolling. Stretch goals, shipping info. Oh, desperately want a chart. I want easy information to find. Now I've got to read 3 paragraphs to figure out what the initial quote that I got from a company had US shipping at 17 bucks. Did some redesigning of my box and components so my game could fit to a flat rate for US backers. This cap would make the max 14. Okay, 14 bucks. It depends on, again, how big the box. He's saying it's about 4 pounds. You know, one of the things is you got to consider subsidizing the shipping for your backers. So, you know, especially in a first timer, you're asking $50 for the game. You're looking at another 15 bucks. So now we're talking $65 for this game. I mean, stuff costs what it costs, but also you've got to build in some trust there, right? So this was going to be tough. This one's probably going to struggle at that price point with what they're offering, and that's just me strictly going off visuals. They're not being a third-party backer or preview, and yeah. So I'm going to do a little bit more research, but this is one to check out. I like the look of it. This is something Parker would definitely love. 65 bucks is hard. So, all right, our last one is New Salem. Now, this one is from Overworld Games, so I'm familiar with these guys. They've done a bunch of games out into the game world. Good Cop, Bad Cop is a fantastic social deduction game. Exposed in Leaders of Euphoria, in Barker's Row, in Total Recall. So, these guys know what they're doing. I'll say that I played Salem, the first one, and I didn't like it that much. It was a good game. It was fine. I just personally, I don't know. I didn't feel anything else going on there that I hadn't seen in some other social deduction games. I do like the theme a lot. I love the idea of we're looking for witches, but there was something in the rule book that confused the group. You guys ever have one of those moments where you're playing a game, and it especially happens in a social deduction game. Either somebody read the rule wrong or understood the rules wrong. But it just wrecks the game, and then you just have this sour taste in your mouth that you never really recover from, because we played another round of it after we had dug back in, and it just seemed like we didn't, I don't know if we just didn't make the connection or whatever. So I'm interested to see what they've added to the game, and I always love to give games another chance, because typically I'm the one that messed that up, because people wouldn't go through a million iterations of the game and then just, you know, mess it up or not think about what's going on. So this plays 3 to 8 players, 30 to 50 minutes. This is a much longer social deduction game. I do remember from the first game that you do get to like connect these art cards, which is a full kind of make this panoramic. I really like that. Oh, look, they offer a $10 print and play. So you can get an idea. You can just print this thing up and give it a whirl and see if you like it. That might be worth doing. The expansion by itself, just 14 bucks. The Deluxeified expansion is 31, which looks like it includes a canvas event mat. I like their use of gifts here. It's kind of like just a handmade picture with camera stuff. I like that. It's a little fast. Those are moving a little fast though, and kind of like, woo, that's a lot to look at. New Salem plus expansion, $32. So, you know, for the price of the game, does this include shipping? They're projecting this to be $45 in MSRP, so they're showing you a discount here. Deluxeified's $50. Let's see, if I click on that, does it automatically? Yep, they've got the shipping built in, so $10 for US shipping. Cool. Looks here like you can get a full breakdown of the Deluxeifier. All of the different things you can get. Barker's Row. I haven't actually played this. I backed it. I never got to play it. I just, with the move coming to LA, it was about the time I got it right before. I saw Jimmy, my cousin, my brother, my dad, were related somehow, Jimmy Hudson. He played it and talked it up a lot and said the components were fantastic, and I really liked, right here, that's what he talked about. He talked about the custom meeples and putting the stickers on it. That was really awesome. And so it looks like we're going to get that in New Salem as well. Oh, yeah, I like the meeples. I do like that. So, you know what? This is probably something I'm gonna get this into the world. I love the guys over at Neverboard Gaming. So I'm definitely gonna watch this. They're usually pretty straightforward. Like if they don't like something, they'll mention it. So we got 3 really good previews, 4 previews. Oh, I really respect Geek Dad, Jonathan Liu over there. And so if he says something is good, I put a lot of weight on that as well. I always think it's really weird. Just a moment here. I really think it's weird when you put another game on the Kickstarter page for the game that you're selling. I don't like that at all. It's distracting. It pulls you out. I understand they're probably trying to sell some more of these copies, but just put that in the pledge manager. Don't put it on the Kickstarter page where you're trying to sell a game and I'm trying to learn about a game. Pet peeve of mine. Sorry. That's why you go on to Title Blades, or you go on to Source City, or you go on to the games that we've done. You're never going to see, unless you guys change my mind on it, you're never going to see an older game on that page. The focus is always going to be on the game that we're presenting at that time. Subsidizing a large portion. See, so here's somebody who's made, this is their 10th campaign, 10 created. We are subsidizing, oh, I didn't get the W, that's going to bother me. We are subsidizing a large portion of the freight shipping, local shipping, and custom costs required to get your award to you safe and sound. Because it costs more than $10 to ship this box. $100. So that's good. I like to see that. So yeah, that's it for this week, kids. This week I'm probably gonna back this again. I really want to give this game another chance because I really love this theme and those meeples look so cool. I have a feeling that we played it wrong the first time and that it's my fault. And I just want to give games their fair shake. And Good Cop Bad Cop is so good. That was one of the games that I played a lot with, like when the Resistance was out, and that I played that kind of got me into board gaming. So I really appreciated that. It was a lot of fun. So let me get into your comments real quick and see if you guys have got something for me to answer. New comments, 34 of those. Woohoo! Bree, the easiest way to get the quick recap is as soon as this is over, it posts to the thing and you can just watch it from the beginning. That's going to be the easiest. No one wants to hear me repeat everything. David says, is Michael Wright going to eat that game? I don't know. He did look like it. Jacob said, I like the panorama stuff in the first version, but the game also fell flat with my group. I'll check out the new version. It's Santa James, Bree says. Bebo says, I know New Salem is the game. Jacob, New Salem is the game. Which Salem? Yeah. Black and yellow, nature approved, Vaughn says. Yeah, these intro level games get a lot more play in our house too, which is nice, Vaughn says. Yes, Bebo, I have Azul is probably, it might be my most played board game period, like ever. I love it. And typically when we take it out to play it, we play it 6, 7, 8 times in an evening. We'll play it for 2 hours straight. Like it's just, I don't let Parker win. I don't take it off, I don't take it easy on him. And so he's that kid who's like, when he loses, he's like, let's play again. let's play again. And typically it takes him 4 or 5 times of losing in a row before he kind of gets tired of getting beat. So yeah, we played a lot. But he has beat me plenty of times, so it's not just I just don't make it easy for him. Jennifer says, thanks for taking a look at Campy, James. I'm always going to take a look at whatever Keymaster's doing because they are stupid good. Wardens looked pretty neat. I definitely want to check it out. It's definitely piqued my interest. But as you guys saw last week, I spent a lot of my October budget in that first week because it was a strong week. So I think, I haven't looked at it yet, but I've probably only got about $200-ish left for the month. So Wardens would take up a big majority of that. So, and I know I'm going to do Town Builder, and I know I'm going to do Campy Creature for sure. And I've already done Tower, so I'm good there. I'm really interested in Queen Bee. Ugh. It's so hard. Why do we have to have budgets? Why can't we just have it all? Yes, Melissa, my brain relies on spell checker as well. My brain refuses to remember the correct spelling of that word, Jimmy says. Anyway, so it looks like I've covered the most part of this. Hey, Eric, how's it going? No problem. Hey, you keep making cool games, and we'll keep shouting them out. So that was it for this week. I know I don't cover every single Kickstarter, and I've also had people reach out to me and say, hey, will you cover my Kickstarter? And that is not what this is about. This is strictly what James sees and what I back. So a lot of the reasons I find stuff is either because of KickTrack, like I showed you at the beginning, or it is from notifications in my email. Typically every Tuesday my inbox fills up with tons of notifications from everybody else who've backed things. So and every once in a while, obviously those smaller campaigns do still creep through. And so it's not just a pile on to what is popular and trending at the top. But this is kind of just my personal outlet to share what I'm backing. I thought, hey, I'm going to back these. I might as well promote some of these campaigns. Maybe you guys can learn something from. Oh, I'm not following them either. I like to follow these creators. It's funny because I follow like a majillion people here. So you would think, oh, hey, look at there. Look at all those games that I've been a part of. Look at all those back projects. If I go to my profile, I follow. This thing is, oh, look at this, 1996 AOL dial-up. Boom. I've backed 666 projects. If you look at this, this is not where do I find is it here under the About? Nope. I don't remember where I look at the amount of followers. I thought it was here. Maybe maybe you all can help me since you know what I'm not doing. Share your profile. No, that's not it. Where is this information at? Back projects, my projects, save projects. Follow creators. There we go. Let's go look at that. God, this is slow. I should dance for you guys. There we go. So I'm following 1,440 people. You have back 423 creators. I can follow them all. Do you guys ever do this? I don't think I've ever actually hit this button. I typically like to hand select them. Am I going to get a bunch of stuff that I don't? Are these people that I haven't followed? Oh my gosh. I haven't followed the Maple game. All right. Let's just do it. This might be bad. This might just get me more notifications, but I'm for it. It'll be okay. So now, oh, that was a lot. That's a lot. Oh gosh. Whoopsie daisy. Let's come over here. You guys have some more comments. I'll answer them if there's a question. I don't need to screenshot that, Melissa. We don't want to screenshot that I have 666 back projects. We don't want any proof out there on the internet either. Cool. So thanks, Bree. I found it. I finally got there. Yeah, that is a thing. One of the things I'd like to pitch to Kickstarter is not to give me a notification from every single person every time they back something, but to give me like a daily email, just one, that shows what happened that day. So like these campaigns were backed and it kind of like groups everything together. So this project got this many backers that I follow or something like that, like a summary, and to help not clog up the my inbox, because it is kind of frustrating. But also, as from where I'm at, I also like to see like how many people that I'm following are backing the same things. Like it's a double-edged sword, but I understand it has turned into a bit of junk mail. So maybe I think they can find a way to clean that up. All right, team, that's it for today. That's What the Heck is James Backing on this Tuesday. I would love to have your support next Super Tuesday on Title Blades. You know, it's a lot of big campaigns are launching next week. I didn't realize that when we set this date, but you know, we had to delay 3 weeks because of life and unforeseen circumstances, and we're just really excited. We're really excited for this one. I think this is one of the coolest games I've ever been a part of making. World building and game design. I think it really hits all those check boxes. And if you guys look on that Dice Tower playthrough tonight, when you get a chance to watch it, it's 2 hours long. So you're going to see there's a lot of game there and a lot of strategy. And you're going to see Tom beat me, which I think I say at the beginning, this is a game that you should play a few times before you really get it. And then I should crush you guys, and then I lost. So that's what I get. So anyway, wait, there's comments. Is there a question I can answer while you're here? I agree. One daily email from Kickstarter would be great. Rick, thank you. I agree. Bree said they could also do a lot to improve social interaction between backers. We don't need to start a video on what Kickstarter could do to improve their platform. I could go all dang day. All right, team. Until next time, you know where to find me. Facebook, internet. Okay, bye. Peace.